Wow, you have blood notes.
Made a few.
Made a few. No problem.
Okay.
Hey, what's going on, world? It's the girl Shy.
And your girl T.
And welcome to the CheyTea Podcast.
Boy, yes. Welcome back, everyone.
What is this, episode 8?
Episode 8.
Oh, jeez.
That's crazy.
We are almost there.
Mm-hmm.
We are almost there.
It feels like we just started.
Because
we did.
we did.
Yeah.
We're not on like 400 episode.
Yeah.
But yeah, we it's because we definitely did just start. So
We did.
It's fine though. How was your day?
It was good. Did some shopping, some damage.
Some
Picked
online
some
shopping?
stuff up. Yeah. That's what I was saying. I want to go in the mall, but I can't go in the mall, so I did some online shopping.
What'd you buy me?
Some stuff from Sephora.
You got makeup and you didn't tell me?
I
Crazy.
did.
No problem.
So I have to go pick it up tomorrow.
Wow. I was gonna do the same. I bought some stuff off ColourPop.
Ooh.
Yeah.
See, I'm not that good with the color stuff, but I gotta get into it.
It's fine.
I like blue on my eyes for some reason.
It's fine. I mean, I like ColourPop because it's like a drugstore high what is it? High brand what?
Hmm?
Oh, frick. Not drugstore. It's gonna come to my brain. It's just right now high end.
High end.
High end brand, but like
Okay.
it's high end for us because it's in USD dollars and the Canadian dollars are so trash.
Yeah.
But like it's still like good. Anyways, my point is that I want to make a Sephora order too, and I haven't done so. So
Get into it.
yeah, I'm gonna do it now since you did it. It's only fair.
I inspired you.
It's only fair.
Yeah.
But I've had an okay day today. Thanks for asking.
Oh, okay. How was your day? What did you do? I was getting there.
I know. I just transitioned, and I was like, shoot, she didn't even ask me. Anyways, the day was okay. I'm finding it like it's starting to get to me.
The teaching online?
Yeah, like
It's been getting to me.
I know, but like it's starting.
Yeah,
to
now
get
it's
to
like
me.
really, really getting to you. Like yeah.
My patience is like
Thin. Floss.
no, I can't even put this between my teeth if I wanted to.
Yeah, I
okay?
know.
No, man. No, it's getting too much. It's way too much. And
Mhm.
I am slowly starting to like I'm being optimistic. I want, because if we're not strong,
I
then
know.
they're not strong.
Yeah.
But it's so hard. It's hard.
It is.
And I just want to let everybody know that like it's starting to get to me.
Yeah. Okay. Sometimes I just have to think about it. Like I just sit and think like, yo, like
Okay, so episode 8. I don't want to talk about I'm gonna get real sad.
yeah.
Emotional. Definitely not. Episode 8 is something that is just a big thing that could be discussed in so many parts.
In so many parts.
But I think dating in Toronto versus dating outside of Toronto, American men.
Why did you look at me like that? Shh.
Oh God. Side note, I saw this Tik Tok of a girl talking about how she only dates American
I saw
men.
that too.
I instantly thought of you. I was like, where is T? Anyways, yeah. And so it's such a big topic, and I just feel like we can definitely tackle it.
Yeah.
We might not get through everything.
No,
but
it's so broad. Like there's so many different avenues and lanes to it, but we'll do the best that we can.
I find that the dating scene in Toronto is very small. I know you haven't really dated
in Toronto,
like in so much a Toronto scene, but it's very small.
Yeah.
Like everyone knows everyone.
That's true. It's like it's big, but it's small. Like I see what you're saying.
Yeah, that's what I just said.
Did you say that exact sentence? I don't know why I was thinking that in my head. I was like, did she say that already? But like I'm thinking about it and I'm like, yeah, like no, it really is.
It's it. Oh geez, you killed me. I find that even now with like social media,
Mm-hmm.
it's even more easier to see how small it is. Because when you're interested in someone and you start talking to someone,
Yeah.
you immediately, like before, like back in the day, which I can't believe I'm saying that because I am getting old now.
Yeah.
Back in the day, it was Facebook. But now I find that it's more so like it's Instagram.
It is Instagram.
So Instagram helps me see who's my mutual friends with somebody and
Mhm.
whether or not they're in the circle of people that I know.
Mhm.
And like that was like not to go too many far steps ahead, but that was like when me and my boyfriend started dating, I looked at
His mutual people.
our mutual friends.
Yeah.
Because I was nervous because of just the history of my dating experience, which
Mhm.
we'll touch on. And I looked at the mutual friends and I was like, okay, good. We don't have
You
that
don't
many.
know anyone that I know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's what like made me even want to jump skirt. But
I can't.
can you did you have that problem? I mean, you did have you were in a relationship at one point where he was Canadian.
Yes, but the thing is that we were so young. Like it wasn't really a factor then. Like Instagram wasn't as poppin' as it is now.
It's different.
It's very different.
Mhm.
I feel like now it's so in your face as before it wasn't so much in your face.
Mhm.
Like when we started dating, I want to say we were 19.
Oh god, that
Yeah.
long ago?
Yeah. It was a long time ago. So it's not something that like affected our relationship.
Not right away.
No, not right away.
Mhm.
Yeah. As time went on, like there's little things that did happen like over Instagram, but it wasn't something that affected us.
Okay. So on a scale from 1 to 10, how would you rate your experience dating within the Toronto scene? Toronto men.
I don't typically date Toronto men, especially like recently. I haven't been dating at all.
Yeah.
Like the last few years or so. Like I've just been super focused on myself. I haven't been really dating.
Mm-hmm.
I haven't been in the dating scene. So I don't really like I can't really scale it.
So your rate is like a -1.
Yeah, it's negative as fuck. Yeah. No.
When I was single, I would honestly rate it like a 4.5.
Really?
Yeah. Because I don't know. I don't want to say like it is small, but I didn't really go out of my comfort zone. I stayed within like the same box.
Mm-hmm.
So when I was single, I found that a lot of people that I like looked at or was interested in, or if I saw at the same parties that I went to, I wasn't making it clear that obviously if they're going to where you're going to, then duh, they know people that are there at that party. They know somebody within that circle. I don't know why that blew past my brain, but I'm looking, and I don't want to say I was actively dating. I think I was just looking for someone to keep me like company.
Right.
Because I was on and off for about like 4 years, and then between the off periods, I was trying to like talk to other people, but it just wasn't working out. And then when I was like single, I think I was single for like almost a year and a half before I met my boyfriend. And during that time, everybody knew somebody to someone's ex. I couldn't do it. Or they messed with somebody that I knew.
Yeah.
Or like it was just so many goddamn flags. And then like the approach for some men.
You just said, "Oh hell no!"
Like who the hell you was looking to,
honey?
Okay. Like I said, the parties was my thing. I was going to a lot of parties.
Yeah.
And it would just be the grabbing of my arm.
See, we can't. You can't be doing all that.
And they're lucky COVID's around now, because I dare you to put your hands up. If I was single,
I'm saying
it would just be the grab.
Yeah,
don't touch me. Like no, we're not there.
We're not.
Say hello, good morning, good night, good evening. Tap me on my shoulder, if anything.
To be honest, I used to work in the club industry, so I know about that. Like people in Toronto, they are brave.
So brave. I'm like, where are you going?
No.
Like where?
I don't know you like that.
We are not friends.
Not at all.
It's just hard with the approach too. You got to look at them and be like, what are you doing?
Mm-hmm. I don't know if they understand like that's not okay. You think they get it? Or they just
No.
test their luck?
Because they test it. Some women are okay with that. So they test it. I find that it depends on your age group. As I'm older, if I was single, no man can do that to me. But when I was younger, I didn't really understand of how that approach was not right. Like, you're in my personal space.
Yeah.
Don't grab me.
Yeah.
And do all those things.
Yeah.
But I used to respond to that when I was younger.
But especially if you're not even saying hi, like at least be like, hey, how are you, sweetie? What's your name?
Yeah, they just grab you. And they're like,
The
so
audacity.
you're not gonna. No, I'm not going to do anything because you didn't even say hello to me. You didn't even say hi, good evening. You didn't even say like, hey, baby, like even if you did something stupid like that, so I can be like, who? I'm not your baby. You didn't even do that. You just pulled me and looked at me like I'm like that's supposed to be like
a thing.
I can read your mind because you're giving me the. What the heck is that? You just look hungry.
I will literally say ew.
Like,
she said you look hungry. I can't with you.
Am I lying?
No, you're not.
Okay then.
Like, why are we licking our lips?
Oh, I'm just like, what do you want?
Yeah.
That's how I feel. And that's why, but when you're going into the same places and you're actively looking, there's a lot of things that we notice that we don't like. Mm-hmm. And then I also feel that some men don't want to approach us because of the fact that we seem intimidated in a way. Women. Okay. Yeah. I feel like some women are intimidated. And I'm only speaking on, I keep hitting the mic.
What the mic do to you?
I don't know. I'm only speaking on like on my experiences.
I get that.
And like seeing like of the opposite sex.
Yeah.
So I'm speaking like of how a man will approach a woman. I'm not really sure how men approach men. Mm-hmm. I would love that input if anybody wants to put it in the comments below. No,
I would love to know that too.
To our YouTube viewers. But for men, I feel sometimes they feel when they're approaching women, mm-hmm. I feel that they don't know
what to say
because sometimes we can be intimidated.
So they rather just touch?
I mean, not all men will touch, but some people won't even touch. Yeah, some men won't even do that. They'll just stare at you.
I feel like now women, we're so put together that maybe that's intimidating for men. She got her shit together. She doesn't need me.
Yeah, but they don't know that by when they're hitting on you.
Well, but maybe they see that.
They see it,
it's something that they know that assumption.
You. Yeah, mm-hmm. Maybe that can be the case, but I feel sometimes we can be intimidated. But do you think it's okay for you to approach a man like how you see somebody that you think looks good? Would you approach him and ask him for his number?
I don't personally do that, but I think it's okay.
Why don't you personally do that?
It's just not my character. I'm a shy person in general. Mm. You know what I mean? Like, I like the man to come to me. I don't like to do the approaching. But I think it's okay. If you're that type of female and you're out there like that, go ahead. I think that it's fine, but I just personally wouldn't do that. Would you?
I did.
You did?
Mm-hmm. I it's the shooting your shot. I've shot sometimes and I've missed.
Yeah.
Definitely missed. Because that was in the same circle of people that knew my exes. So that I did not go in. Mm-hmm. But with my boyfriend now, I hit on him.
Wow.
I saw him in a party, and it goes to that place where you think that you can't find a man without knowing mm-hmm. because they're at the same function as you, and usually when you go to that same function, you see the same like 12 men.
Yeah.
But long story short, I saw him, and that was the first time I've ever seen him, and I was a pussycat. I did not want to, because first when I saw him, I was like, who the heck is that? Because I'm like, I've never seen you here.
Yeah.
And it was at a fete, and I was just scared. And I remember my friend at the time was like, she's like, go, or I'm going to. And I'm like, whoa, sis.
Listen, that's fine.
Hold on.
Give me a minute.
I'm the one who needs it right now, okay? Not you.
Yeah.
And I remember I was nervous, and I was just tiptoeing around it. Mm-hmm. And then where I finally got my push was like, she pushed
She
me.
literally pushed you.
And I kind of like bumped into him, but then it was like a dancing moment. So I kind of just like breezed myself in front of him and I was like, hey.
My bad.
And then I just started that kind of little bubble.
Yeah.
And then
from there it was
I kept dancing with him, and then like I remember his friend tried to dance with me, and I was like, I want that one. And I knew that like if I don't get the number now, I'm never gonna see this man again.
Yeah.
So my pickup line was, "Do you have a girlfriend?"
Jeez, good for you. Good for you.
It's so corny.
Nah, but I could. I'm just saying I could not. Like I do little things. Like I'll stare at you. I'll be over in the corner being like, "Oh, I'm waiting." But
hello.
Yeah, do you see me? But I'm not gonna say anything.
No, I did, and I asked if he had a girlfriend, and his response was, "Do you want to help me look for one?" And I was like, I'm like, "Hello, sir. What's your name, eh? Yes, sir. What's your name? Number, add contact." I was like, "Here we go." Like,
yo, that's hilarious.
Yeah, and I got his number.
Jeez, and look, success. I mean, sometimes maybe I should. I don't know.
You honestly, when you know, because I've never like. Again, like going on my phone and like messaging somebody on Instagram is a whole different scenario.
Yeah.
That's how I used to shoot my shot.
I've never even done that.
And girl, if you just try it and close your eyes, I mean, the outcome may not always be the best one, but if you just close your eyes and do it. But my point is that like that I can swipe delete and act like it didn't happen.
True.
Now, if this man told me he had a girlfriend, I would have been like, oh shit. Well, do you cheat? No, I'm joking. I'm kidding.
She's joking.
I'm kidding. I would never. Even though he made me contemplate a lot of things because he's so fine. But that's why he's mine.
Jeez.
Yeah, no. But that I've never done that. But once you know, you know.
Yeah. No, I feel that.
And like you get there.
Yeah.
But I mean that getting that like that confidence. I think you can. And I think if you hit on someone, like, go ahead, see what happens.
I don't know if it's for me. I don't know if it's a confidence thing. I just feel like
it's not traditional.
Yeah. Like, I just want the man to approach me. I like that. I think it's sexy. It turns me on.
Yeah, but they think it's sexy too when you go up to them.
I get that, but I'm talking about for me. I'm not talking about for you.
This girl said, "I don't care about you. This is about me, baby." she said, "This is not we. This is me."
Yeah.
I get it. I get what you're saying.
Yeah.
Like that makes a whole lot of sense. But I do see why they find that attractive because it's something that they're not in that position. Like they've never done that before.
Like it's like how
like it's
some
not
women feel like
it's
they can't text first, but a lot of men say they like when you text first. They like when you reach out first.
I mean, you gotta watch what you say. I think sometimes we get in our heads because we don't know how to do it. Because like I said, I got my boyfriend's number and I texted him something very stupid because I didn't know what to say.
What'd you say? Tell the people.
Oh my God. Okay, so like long story short, I was like, "Hey, it's like Cheyenne from last night, whatever." And he was like, "Oh, hey, what's up?" I was like, "Oh, nothing. You know, my back is hurting me because a certain man like joked me hard."
I can't.
And he was like, "What?" He's like, "Yo, is this girl's telling me that another man broke her back or something?" Like, he's like, "What?"
Oh, so he
thought I meant like I was like messing with somebody. Like, but why would I tell you that? But anyways, so it took him a while to respond, and I'm like looking at it. I'm like, "Ooh, maybe I should have said that."
Yeah. That's why like texting is hard because like your message can get like portrayed differently.
Yeah, but I could have just said like, "I'm doing good. How are you?" I don't know why the heck I said that, but
trying to be cute. All right.
It's me being Cheyenne, extra.
Yeah.
So he responded back and he's like, "Why?" And I was like, "Because you are dancing." And then that's how like it amended in. But yeah, I regret that line.
That's cute.
I almost did not make that a successful relationship.
Yeah. Oh, that's cute.
I dropped the ball. But I think it should be a little bit of a norm. I think it should be a little bit normal for you to make the approach.
I'm not doing that.
Okay, no problem. All right, she said no.
I get how people can do it. I understand. It's just not for me.
No problem. Yeah, it's fine. It's okay.
Maybe one day.
Not today.
Not today.
What are your thoughts about dating during the pandemic?
I mean, it's different. Where do you go? Where do you even meet somebody during this time? I guess you can meet them online. but I'm not a fan of like the whole online dating.
You're not a fan of online dating?
I'm not. I understand why people do it and how it's effective, but I guess I'm traditional in that way where I just want to like meet you organically, naturally. But I can see how like dating during the pandemic is hard. Like I said, I haven't been doing it because I'm just like super focused on me and getting myself like in the position where I want to be. But I know friends that have actually like gotten into relationships during this time. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, from online dating.
Did they meet that? Well, duh. But like, when did they meet the person that they're with now? Like, when did they take the next step from like meeting each other in person? Because I mean, well, we've had like an on and off with the lockdown.
Yeah, we have. So it was probably during the time where we got to go out a little bit. But I mean, people make things happen. Like you can
still like go outside to like
you can go on a walk.
You can go rollerblade in winter.
Like you're not coming over, but
yeah.
I mean, I feel like, do you think that a lot of people think that that's okay now? Your first date to be like, oh, you can come over because there's nowhere else for us to go. So
I don't think if I was single, I still wouldn't do that.
No?
Nah, you can't come to my house.
Yeah,
I don't know you like that.
Yeah, I wouldn't do that either.
Like me and you can talk and we can get a vibe, but in order for us to meet up somewhere, like I would meet up somewhere and like we would chill in like the car, like we can meet at a location. I'm not ready for you to come to my house.
Especially if you're meeting online.
Yeah.
Like, what if it's a catfish?
Yeah, there can be so many weirdos. So I would rather meet you in a public setting, somewhere like a Tim Hortons parking lot, something where there's people, so that if you are not what you seem to be in your pictures, I can be like, well, would you look at the time? And just be like, oh, unfortunately, I gotta go.
Hey, sorry, it's an emergency.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Or like you scope out the place and park far and you ask them what car they're in and you kind of just like look.
See, that's what scares me. Like, do you watch the show Catfish? That literally terrifies me.
No. I do. I have seen the show Catfish, and
No, ma'am.
That's the reason why I'm meeting you in a public setting, because I can't. I'm not really a F that camera. I'm not really an online dater.
Yeah.
I have I downloaded Tinder once for all of like 10 minutes and I just couldn't take it. I was like, I feel weird. Like swipe delete.
Yeah.
And it's like really like weirdos.
Yeah.
Not all people on Tinder are weirdos, so please don't get offended. But I just it wasn't for me.
It's not for me either.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
Bumblebee.
So I did a program where I had to like use Bumble for business, and one day I just decided randomly to switch it over to like the other
Dating?
side.
Too much.
Too much.
Is it overwhelming? Were you getting a lot of messages, a lot of weirdos, or
Yeah,
like...
it's overwhelming, and it's just like it's not for me. Like I didn't even try to like talk to somebody, but just the fact that you have to like swipe, like I don't like that. I don't know, but for some people I can see how it works.
No.
And I'm not judging. No, but it's not for me.
I can't do it anymore.
Yeah.
But I know a lot of people have like their fair games with it. If all I could say is if you're gonna choose to online date, just be very mindful.
Yeah, be careful.
Be careful, protect yourself, and just make sure if you want to meet somebody, you got to be very careful, because there's a lot of like, you know, trigger warning, but there's a lot of like pedophiles,
Especially now.
Yeah, that like prey on young kids, that like, you know, that will say that they're an age, but they're really not.
Yeah.
So like just be very careful. And if something makes you feel unsafe, or like you gotta be like, I don't know, like if you have to second guess, don't do it.
Trust your intuition.
Yeah.
That's it.
Trust your gut and just don't do it.
Yeah.
But that's why I feel like online dating isn't for me.
Now, okay, I feel like in this generation, dating is so hard. Why do we think it's hard? Like, what makes dating so hard?
I think because we all have a lot of like high expectations.
Yeah, that's spot on.
Of like what you would want or what you need from another person. And I think when you have that in your mind brain, like I feel like when you think that way, you're kind of setting yourself up.
Yeah.
And it's like, you're not preparing for the worst, but hoping for the best. I feel like you're just setting yourself up for failure.
Yeah. I feel like now we're so flooded with like what the perfect relationship looks like, especially with social media. And it's like with social media, everybody's putting their best stuff out there. You know what I'm saying? So you can't compare. And then when we go and try and date somebody, we look for that perfection, and that's not what it is. And then when we don't get that perfection, it's so easy for us to shut it down.
The amount of relationship goals I see.
Yeah.
Like, remember when Quavo and Saweetie were dating? Everybody was
Relationship goals.
Relationship goals,
Yeah.
get you a Quavo, get you a Saweetie. And then they broke up. So I'm like, so are you still going to get yourself a Quavo?
And it's like we're always looking for like the wrong things in people, and we're not focusing on the right things. It's like
everybody has to get somewhere. And I think now that I'm in a position where I'm with my forever partner, and like I want to get married and I want to have kids.
Yeah.
In the early stage of our relationship, I wasn't looking at him like that. I was more so like, I really like him and I really want to see where this will take me. And I said, this could be the man I can marry. This could be the man I could have children with. Like, we could build that foundation. But I wasn't like, I need you to have this, I need you to have that. Because it was almost like, okay, if I'm bringing something to the table and you're bringing something to the table, we can work with that.
Yeah.
I've dated men who are not bringing anything to the table. And I think that's where that expectation comes from. It's based off of past experience.
Yes, I was just gonna say that too. Past experience with other people, and also past experience in your life in general. Like a lot of the times we expect things, or we're looking for something that we didn't get as a kid.
And you want that out from the person you're with.
Exactly. Like, oh, my mom didn't, or my parent didn't give me enough affection when I was younger, or they didn't feed me enough. Like little things like that that play a role in our dating life, in our love life.
Whatever your love language is.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But sometimes when you tone down your expectations, like now when I was dating, I dated a guy where like I was doing like 70-30 of the relationship at one point.
You were doing 70, he was doing 30.
I was working, I was doing this, I was doing that. I was trying to make it work. And like there wasn't so much any interest. It may be because he just lost interest in me, but because I was doing so much, and I would give this, like I'd give you money for this, and we were young, like younger.
Yeah.
But I would give you money to go to out with your friends, or you would say, "Oh, I don't get paid till here, so like whatever." That's okay. But at some point, it became like a pattern, and then I think I could have been like, I only want a dude who has a certain salary, who has a steady job, a steady income. But I don't know everybody's situation. But did I, in my newer relationship, say like, I don't want a man, like I don't want to mess with a broke dude? Yeah, I did.
But and that's the solution, is just being honest from the jump, and knowing what you want and saying those things like, I know what I need in this relationship, so I'm going to tell you from the very beginning so that we don't run into those problems.
So we don't waste each other's time. So I think that's okay, but I'm not, I need a rich nigga 8-figure that, like I'm not thinking like that. Yeah. I'm more so thinking like, okay, as long as you are working to better yourself, as long as you have an income,
you gotta have a good head on your shoulders.
Yeah, you have a good head on your shoulders. You know what you want out of life, and you're working towards it. I will walk with you. Yeah. But it's when I gotta start like pulling you. I think that's why we have those expectations, and then like to see social media play a factor.
Huge factor.
You're almost like you have no choice but to think like this is what
it is. This is what I need to look for.
Right.
Yeah. That's so true. And it's not. It's like, that's not reality.
It'll never be reality.
No.
Never.
I'm just waiting for the day where people like post like real shit. Like
they post real shit when they break up.
Yeah, that's true.
When you're dating someone, are you okay to date just one person at a time? Or do you like to date? Like you're dating. You're what's the word? You're actively dating.
Actively dating? Me personally, I'm more so like dating one person at a time. I like that. But I'm not opposed to like dating others as well. Yeah.
I like it if a man is honest and says that he what his true intentions are
from the beginning.
I think if you honestly say that, I feel like sometimes it can be misread, and you can say you're actively dating after you start to act a certain way, and I start to question like, why am I only seeing you at a certain time, or why is this being a thing, like why, like, you know, it's like there's signs and flags you start to see, so you question it, and then they let you know afterwards.
Yeah.
I think if you, just like our episode 6, which I know you, all right, cool, that trust and communication, that is why I feel like there's certain things you got to let people know
from the beginning. Yep.
Because if I know, I can't get mad.
Exactly. Yeah.
But I've never personally like actively dated
multiple
men. I've always just dated one guy at a time, because it's just hard.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know how some people do that, how they can date multiple people. Like, how do you keep up?
I've done it, but I don't prefer it.
Isn't that hard?
It is hard.
Like, don't you like get afraid you're gonna call somebody the wrong name? Yo,
that's crazy.
Oh my gosh, that would be my fear. Like, I would be thinking about it so much that it'll be like word vomit. Because that has happened to me.
Eventually, you end up choosing the one, like, you know what I'm saying, that like there's one that you favor or you go to more. Like, I'm not like that anymore, but like,
yeah, and like there's someone that, like, okay, there's someone you're hanging out with, someone that like you'll go on a date because they like to go get food, you like to be fed, like, okay, that's fine. And then there's one where you do a little bit of both and you're intimate with, which is okay. I just think all of that is so much for me to keep up with.
It is a lot.
Like, I can't do it. Yeah, I need to focus at one at a time.
I think that happened maybe once, and I was like,
yeah, no.
Things are getting wild. No, it's hard to keep up with. It really is.
I feel if you're honest from the get-go, no one is gonna get upset.
Exactly.
I respect an active dater. It's just, that's just not for me.
And not even so much just like about dating other people, that you should be honest. You should be honest about everything, your wants and your needs.
Yeah, everything. Yeah. When you get to know the person, you can start to see that. Some people will think of it as being high maintenance, but at the end of the day, if you know what you want, then like that, I'm gonna respect you because you said, okay, this is what I want, and that's what it is.
Right. For example, like if you're somebody that needs constant reassurance, like if you're open to telling them that, I feel like your relationship will be more successful. Dating them will be more successful because they know what you need.
Yeah, you know, they know and respect your language, but you also need to try things out of the box. Like, my love language is words of affirmation, and your love language could be service.
Acts of service.
Acts of service. You do things without having to be asked. You do it because it's the kindness of your heart, and like that can work. But like, that's something where I feel like I can tone it down because I'm a words of affirmation, and I'm also a very affectionate person. So I like to cuddle and I like to kiss and I like to do all that, but that may not be your love language. But if you meet me in the middle, then like I feel that like we can speak each other's languages, which can make it work. But that is also things it has to be communicated, and then you also have to respectfully accept what it is. And once you accept it, then you have to learn to work with it. You can't say, okay, I accept it, but then keep complaining about it.
Yeah.
I feel like we're guilty of doing that sometimes.
We are guilty. And it's the love languages is also the attachment styles, which is a big thing, and we can get into that in another episode, obviously, because we can just go on forever and ever and ever. Forever. But yeah, just like for me, I like the words of affirmation, I like the affection, but I also like the acts of service, but not all the time, you know what I mean? So, but I think that, like you're saying, if you're open about those things from the very beginning,
it can work.
Yeah, it can work.
Just learn how to speak each other's love languages once you get to that stage of when that happens.
Yep.
One thing that I think we both can relate to is dating a non-dancer. You find that difficult? You find that okay? You find it easy?
You know what? I've never dated a dancer.
Neither have I.
Never dated a dancer. I don't know if it's just it didn't, like, we weren't aligned in the right thing, or if I'm just not interested in dancers.
You want me to keep it a hundo P with you?
Keep it a hundo.
The reason why I don't date dancers is because some, and I know this can be very judgmental, but it's just what I see.
It's okay. Speak the truth.
Okay? Y'all be dating each other. Like, I'm not going to name no names. Okay? Never that. I'm not disrespectful. And I don't know the situation. But I remember I saw a certain man was with one girl. Okay? In the dance community. Same dance community. And I saw these people all take each other's classes, big up each other, follow each other. And then he and that girl broke up. And then he started dating another dancer.
Yeah, I've seen that happen too.
And it's like all within the same.
And the girls were friends.
Yeah. And like they go to each other's classes, like each other's Instagram posts. And it's just like,
that's messy.
I was like, And then it's like you think, oh, that person's dating so and so. Well, now they're dating this person now. And you're like, whoa, how did we get here? Or like when they date the friends, like, okay, you are not about to Porsche me. Like, no, ma'am. Like,
no.
That's a different.
That's a whole lot of.
But that. Oh, sorry. that is a good example for what is in the dance industry.
Facts.
We're friends. I'm with somebody. You're my friend. You know my significant other. Okay, me and my significant other break up, and you come swoop in and come date me.
Yeah, no, that's a real thing. Like you're speaking straight facts right now.
I've seen that.
I've seen it happen too.
And it happens in all.
Now that you've said it, I'm like,
Right? It's happened in all walks of all communities. I know that. But because I'm from the dance community, that is what I see. And that is a flag. I can't do it.
No.
I can't do it.
It's not for me personally.
No.
I'm so sorry to tell you that.
I'll pass.
I'm not even going to hold you. That is not for me. No, ma'am.
Just like, wait a minute. Weren't you with, now you're with, and then it's like, you got to be careful.
Yeah.
And then that person will come back and then we're all in the same room and it's just like the elephant is there and we're all just looking.
The dance community is too small for all of that.
No, man. I used to think some guys were attractive. Like in my earlier stages, I was dancing with a lot of like, it was like a male company and like a few females danced with them. Yeah. So I thought so many guys were cute, but like I was just like, I can't bring myself to do it. Like I just can't. I can't.
No.
I can't.
Yeah.
But dating a like that was my question, but we trickled off.
Yeah, we trickled off.
But dating a non-dancer can be hard, especially when you're in this profession.
For sure. Because I feel like sometimes they don't understand like what we go through as dancers. They don't understand what is expected of us, and sometimes, we have to wear certain things or we have to do certain things, and I feel like some men don't understand that. And either they don't agree with it and they're going to tell you, and does that, like, that can also shift how we feel. You know what I mean? Like, for you, how is it in your relationship?
I'm dating a very, like, traditional, but he's not, my boyfriend's not controlling in any way. But he has been upfront about things that he doesn't F with.
Okay.
And he doesn't tell me what I can and cannot do. And he may not understand everything. He does try to understand, though. He makes the effort to get where I'm coming from. And then we meet in, like, the middle of things. If there's something that I know that will make him feel uncomfortable, and I know it's a part of the job or whatever, like, he will know and I will tell him, but he won't be there. Like, he doesn't want to see it.
Got it.
That's like how he can be. And he's very like the same thing. Like, it could be acting. We watch TV shows and he's like, I don't know how husband and wives can be okay with
her kissing somebody else.
Like, that's just how he is. But he has told me that from the beginning. And I have told him that there's certain things that I won't do out of the respect of my relationship anymore, rather than when I was single. And because you are my man, I'm going to respect the things that you're asking me of. However, there are some things, like, I remember, like, there was an example, we spoke about the Savage X Fenty shows and like dancing in your underwear and like wearing like prerogative outfits, being sexy. There are some things that he wouldn't want me to wear because that's something that he wants for him. And that's his girl. He doesn't want his woman to be seen that way. And that's understandable, and it gets hard. And I get it. And I told him, I'm like, okay, so what if I wore more of like a booty shorts, like the boy boxer briefs and like things like that, like you know what I'm talking about, look a pants thing. If I wear something like that, he can meet me in the middle, but he doesn't want me wearing like a G-string and like string on my titties.
That makes sense.
You know, so like I can understand that, but there is a lot of things that he's just not for, but he has said that to me, and now it's my decision to respect him. And then it's also, he knows I'm a dancer. He knows that this is art. He knows that this is my job. So he respects it, but he just asks that I don't just cross his boundary.
Yeah, because like even growing up in dance, our costumes when we were kids, they were barely anything.
Yeah, but we're kids.
Right. But that's just what it is. Like that's what we grew up doing. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, I see your point. That's just something that we've been doing.
Yeah, it's just part of the it's part of the job. It's part of it.
It's a part of the industry.
It's part of the industry.
But I know a lot of people who have dated non-dancers, and it's hard. They don't understand it. And I'm very fortunate to have somebody who is understanding and is open and is compromising with me. But some people are not like that.
Yeah, that's where I can say in that sense I could see how it would be nice to date a dancer, somebody who gets it.
Yeah. That's the one part I kind of envy sometimes, because I'm like, well, you get it.
But the rest of that?
Yeah. But then the rest of it makes me be like, okay, let me be patient with my man over here. And like, you know, because I would rather deal with this than that.
Yeah, I know for sure.
But it's just those little things. I think that it's just a traditional way. Some men are very traditional. Some women are very traditional. Some women don't want their men doing certain things either.
Touche.
I remember when I was dancing with guys back in the day, and they had girlfriends, and they were uncomfortable with certain things I did. Not that I did, but what was choreographed, and obviously I was doing it. And I had to respect certain things. And like, they didn't really tell me, but I can kind of sense it.
Yeah.
So I'm like, okay, I should probably like hold back a little bit, but like still do what I'm being asked of, but not go so much.
Yeah.
Because I was very extra. Yeah. So like when I bubbled with you, I wanted
were
you
really to, like, you know,
yeah. But then I was like, ooh, maybe I should not.
Yeah.
So let me just do a little back roll instead of me just pressing up against. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I was a little aggressive.
That's a single you.
Yeah, that was a long time ago.
Yeah.
But I get it.
Moral of the story: I don't think I could date a dancer.
Moral of the story: I like dating a non-dancer.
Yeah, I think I'll end up with a non-dancer, but I also, I don't know about that.
I was gonna say something, but let me just not put your business out there. Let me not put your business out there.
I don't have any business. Don't worry about it.
Do you have anything?
Okay, so what are the benefits of dating? For me, I think the benefits of dating are just having somebody that you can do things with, like plain and simple. Having a partner.
You're talking about like dating or like relationship? I don't know. People, I don't know what the heck. When I say dating, I mean like me and you are not boyfriend and girlfriend yet.
No, but that's what I mean. Like, yeah, like dating, like, you know what I mean? We can go out and do something together.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Because some people think like dating is like me and my boyfriend. I'm like, no, like that's just my man.
Yeah. No. Like we're talking about like beginning stages.
I agree with what you're saying. I think the companionship.
Yeah.
Just having somebody, getting to know someone, being organic, being real. I think that is very special. And I think that dating has its ups and dating has its downs.
Yeah.
And I feel that dating is not for the weak.
No. The process, I think, of getting to know someone is so beautiful. Yeah. Like when you're breaking down those walls and it's fresh and, you know, it's the beginning of something. Like you can tell that it's just going to be the beginning of something amazing. I think that process is really nice.
That process is what makes people like keep going.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I like that as well. But that's why I say it's not for the weak. We got to be more patient with ourselves, and especially like dating within like the Black community. I feel there's a lot of things that more so like our Black audience can understand, like the lingo, the grabbing of the arm and the clubs and like stuff like that.
Yeah.
Because that's more of something that happens more
in the Black community.
In that community. In our community, but at the same time, I think it is still relatable for everyone.
For sure.
So I just think just being patient, being understanding, and just being more open.
Mm-hmm.
That doesn't mean you change your values.
No, but you're open to hearing other people's perspective and understanding somebody else.
And maybe those perspectives can be aligned with yours in a
Right.
certain way.
Yeah.
But it's just being able to like meet in the middle.
Mm-hmm.
I think that is like the best.
Yeah. I think meeting in the middle is like the most amazing thing.
Yeah, that compromising feels so good.
It really does.
After like a little fickle or like a little argument, you're like, oh, thank Jesus.
Yeah.
Because like you weren't not going nowhere. No. So I mean, but last but not least,
okay,
dating outside of your race.
I was just gonna ask the same question.
I think like
I'm telling you.
You ask me.
Okay. Dating outside of your race. How do we feel about that?
I'm okay with interracial dating. Yeah. I'm not Dr. Uma. That's his name, Uma? I don't know what his name is. I'm not opposed to it. I do understand some things that he says. I think if you're going to date outside of your race, you need to understand that race. Yeah. You need to be open into educating. You need to be open into to learning. Mm-hmm. You need to be open into compromising, and you need to be open into retaining.
Yeah, the information.
That information. Yeah. If you don't retain what is being given to you, then it's pointless. Mm-hmm. You're wasting time.
Right.
I find that a lot of not a lot. I don't want to say that. I find that I see people who date outside of their race. They're dating people who are not vocal with what's going on, especially when you're dating a black man.
I was just going to say the same thing. Like, especially dating a black man, you have to understand, you have to know that it's going to take a lot for you to be there for that man. Are you okay? Yo, I'm dying.
Yo, the way I just licked my eye on the microphone. Sorry.
Holy.
Our Apple Podcast and Spotify listenership. I'm so sorry. If you saw the way I just jerked myself because I was not in my head.
You're agreeing so much.
Sorry.
But yeah.
Oh my God.
Especially being with a black man. Like, you gotta be willing to understand. You gotta stick your neck all the way out.
You have to.
Yeah.
And if you don't, then it's like, now, do you feel it's the person, black man, black woman, do you feel it's their job to educate? Not really educate, but do you think it's their job to be vocal about certain things so that their partner who is of the opposite race understands that?
I don't think it's their job, but I think that it's necessary. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? Like, I don't think that that's my job to educate you on what I go through in my life and the experience that we go through as black people.
Right.
You know what I mean? I think that if I see something and I'm noticing, something's off. Then, of course, I'm going to say something. But it's not our job.
No. I don't think it's our job, but I do think it's important that if you are with someone of the opposite race, that they understand certain things. Mm-hmm. I find that even when black women date outside of their race, or they date a white man, or whichever, a white woman, whatever the case may be, there's a lot of things that they may not understand. It's like the little things, like wearing a bonnet, wearing a scarf on my head, understanding my hair texture, understanding like these things.
It like, really do be those little things.
It's the little things that will turn into a bigger thing if you don't listen to the little things, and if you don't address the little things. That's how I truly feel in that sense. Mm-hmm. If I'm going to keep it a hundo P with you.
Keep it a buck.
But but I'm saying this because I witness a lot of black men. I can't believe I keep saying it. I don't want to say a lot. But I've witnessed black men dating white women. And I'm noticing that those white women don't know how to protect their black men. Just like how a black man is supposed to protect a black woman, a white woman, whatever, just like you're supposed to protect your relationship, we are supposed to protect our kings. So if you don't know how to protect your king, a black man who faces social injustice, who faces police brutality, faces racism, who faces all of these hardships and trials and tribulations, if you don't understand, then you're wasting time. you're not fit for the relationship. And that's point blank, period. You could be dating anybody, Asian, brown, black.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter.
You have to understand.
You have to understand what's going on outside. And if you don't, then I start looking at you sideways. Mm-hmm. And that's just simply on Mary Had a Little Lamb. I'm not even gonna front.
Yeah. No, that's facts. That's it right there.
I've never dated a white man.
Mm-hmm. I have, but I was like really young, so I don't count that.
I can't.
Yeah.
And I'm not.
It's not that I can't, because I probably could. You know what I'm saying? I just haven't.
No, it's not that I can't date the white man. It's the fact that what makes me, like, especially with everything that's going on, what makes me, like, hold back a little bit is, like, that the end, like, you know, like, it's your grandmother, your great-grandmother. It's, like, it's that.
The history.
And it's, like, what makes it hard is that you will be an ally. You will be aligned with me. You can stand with me. You understand. You educate yourself because you want to, because you are with a black woman, right?
Yeah.
So that's cool. But like when your grandmother or your auntie's looking at me sideways and like,
so like the family,
not
family. Necessarily the person you're dating, but their family.
Yeah, but that's what, if I'm gonna be with you, I gotta be with you and your family.
And your family, it's a package deal.
Yeah. So if I don't want to be with your family because there's a history of racism, but not all white people are like this, but it is more of a norm, especially when you're bringing a black person in your home. Mm-hmm. You may not be racist, but you've never been in a position to have a black person in your home, in your bed with you. So that side will start to surface, and it's happening around me where I'm witnessing it.
Yeah.
A black woman is dating a white man, and his family has a problem with it because she's black.
Yeah, and that, I guess, goes back to what we were talking about earlier, that dating process of saying all these things in the very beginning. But on that note,
bye-bye.
No. Everybody, let us know, like, what you feel about dating, like the subjects that we talked about in the comments. Leave us a comment down below and let us know what you think.
Yes, our YouTube viewers. Let us know your thoughts and opinions and your dating experience. Toronto,
dating outside of your race,
everything.
Yeah.
Just your thoughts and opinions.
We want to hear it.
Please make sure to follow us on Spotify and on Apple Podcasts. Subscribe to us on Apple Podcasts. Yes. Give us a 5-star review.
5 stars.
Leave a little review and other people them comments. You know what I'm saying? Download the episode them.
Yes, download it. And if you are watching on YouTube, make sure you like, comment, share, and subscribe, and hit that little bell button and give us a thumbs up. Thank you guys so much for listening. Thank you for watching, and we will be back with more episodes.
That sounds a little ring to it. It's so nice. Come on, us getting the outro right. Shoot, I didn't tell them to follow us. Follow us on Instagram.
At CheyTea Podcast.
Yes.
Follow us on TikTok, CheyTea Podcast.
Yeah. Now we can go. Okay. Bye. Okay. Bye.
Okay. Later.
I'm gonna just stop. Bye. Shut up, Sharon. Shut up. Shut your mouth.